What's up, friends? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Madam Adam, and it's time for another honest tarot deck review. This time, it's not just a tarot deck we're talking about. We're also talking about a horror movie, my friends. If you know anything about me, you know that I love scary shit, and horror is my favorite genre of media in general. Books, movies, everything. It's horror movies. I love scary movies. I love scary shit. And what better nexus of my two favorite things than the new movie Tarot from Sony out May 3rd. I actually had the privilege of being invited to the advanced screening out in LA, and I was hired by Sony to do readings at the event. So for the hour ahead of the event, or ahead of watching the movie, I got to do readings for everyone that attended, and it was really, really fun, and I'm so flattered that they asked me, and I had a really good time. Now, on the table when I got there, they had the deck from the movie. So yeah, this is not a complete deck, and it's also not available for sale anywhere. I don't know if they're going to be selling this, or if this is available through other means, or how many of these they made. I don't know. It looks kind of just like printed on both sides, pictures on just some kind of, basic cardboard ply paper. I don't know. We'll talk more about it in a little bit, but the movie itself is really cool. A lot of people were concerned and reached out to me or commented on my hype for the movie because I was interested in this when it was first announced. A horror movie that's tarot, I'm down, There's other ones too. There's some bad horror movies on Shudder that are like The Oracle, and it's about a tarot reader and things like that. So I can't say that tarot's always been given a lot of justice or positive reverence in media, but another movie that I got the privilege of going to an advanced screening of was called Nightmare Alley, where Toni Collette stars as a tarot reader. And that movie gave a lot of reverence and respect to tarot in a way that I thought was really cool. So I had low expectations going into Tarot, the new movie, and I was very pleasantly surprised at how it was represented. So essentially, spoiler free, but the story of the movie is essentially a group of friends rent out a house for one of their birthdays, and they find this deck in a box, and they decide to do readings. Now, what starts to transpire after that is that some of the readings, all of the readings actually, they start to come true in horrifying, terrifying ways. So in a nutshell, you discover that a reader through a series of very bad experiences decides to kind of curse themselves into their own deck. So it's not about tarot itself, it's about the deck individually being cursed and haunted. So I loved that angle, and I loved the way the card readings came to life, and the creatures and the images on the cards and how they happened was really fucking cool and really surprisingly graphic. My husband and I were jumping in our seats, and I thought the story really meshed out really well, and I thought it was really fun. It's a fun, scary movie. It's a good popcorn movie. I want to watch it again, and I'm really looking forward to seeing it with a bunch of my followers on May 11th. If you happen to be in the Orlando, Florida area or in the Kissimmee area, you can meet me and anyone interested at AMC at Disney Springs in Orlando at 7 o'clock for the 7:45 showing. I've reserved most of the theater. So bring a friend and let's watch tarot together. You can decide for yourself, but the cards are really cool. And that's what drew me to the movie to begin with, was that they use a real spread. They use a real zodiac spread that I actually made some content about. You can see it on my socials. But the cards are quite large, and the back of them are not all the same. Some of them have some different imagery on them, but this is meant to be the deck that this astrologer used. So, and eventually, through some hard times and some fucked up shit, they basically decided to curse themselves into their deck and kill themselves as a part of that curse as well. So it's a heavy thing, and I like the story and the way that it unfolded. It is gross. The images on these cards are really gnarly. It's a horror movie. There's a lot of skulls. There's a lot of blood and guts. There's a Knight of Pentacles for you. So it's pretty gross. It's pretty nasty. It is not a complete deck either. This is not a complete deck. I did some reads with it for promo material for them, and I actually shuffled it. I did shuffle the cards and actually pull and tried to apply it to promoting the movie, and I was pleasantly surprised. I was having a hard time shuffling them in the you know, when we were shooting the stuff, and the girl in the movie that does the readings, I had to shuffle them vertically like this. And that's how she does it in the movie as well. And I was like, oh my God, but it was really cool to watch her do these readings that seemed very, very legit and like really accurate. And they did their research. And the movie is actually based on a book called Horoscope, which I just bought a copy of and I'm going to read. So I'll let you guys know how that is as well. But the cards themselves, they're very large. It's quite a large deck. They're very thick as well. There's like, it's like a good card stock to them. They're kind of flimsy, nice, and they feel old. It feels like, I don't know, I kind of am worried about having this in my house a little bit because this is the deck. This is the deck from the movie, at least not maybe the one that they physically used in shooting the movie, but it's the one they made for promo, I guess, to do pictures and things, and I was able to take it with me. So I don't know, it's not a complete deck. It shuffles really cool. I love the spooky and macabre imagery, but I mostly just wanted to show it to you guys. My review of the movie is that it is a solid 8-9 out of 10 for me personally. It's PG-13, so like I went in with low expectations, but the kills were really gnarly. Not graphic, obviously. There's not too much blood because it is PG-13. So, and the story, it ends on a happy note, but it's got some comedy to it. It's got some fun. It's got some humor. It's a good one to see with friends. It's a lot of fun. We laughed quite a bit, and we all also were like this quite a bit as well. So it was really cool. But yeah, I love the deck, and I'd love to collect things like this. If you want to see the deck from Nightmare Alley, let me know in the comments. I'd be happy to show you guys that one as well. But I love the reverence that it gave to tarot. I think that it's just this particular deck. I get it, you know, I can imagine that if I get pissed off enough, maybe I'll take my own personal deck and curse it. I don't know. So, but it's very cool. It's very be careful what you wish for and make sure you respect this shit and understand what it is. I love the way they talk about it. And a lot of the monsters that you see on the cards actually materialize in the movie. But I was so privileged to get to go, and they flew me and my husband out there. We stayed at a hotel, the Culver Hotel, which is historic and mildly haunted. And we got to, you know, have a little after party. There were some of the actors and the people that worked on the movie, the directors and writers, and got to see those people and meet some of them. So that was really cool. And we had amazing time. And I'm, again, just so privileged to be considered an authority in tarot in the world right now, or considered a kind of an expert in the field. And I'm really flattered at that. So don't let it scare you too much. If you're not a horror movie fan, but you like tarot, just give it a watch. You never know. It was really cool. It was a lot of fun. I recommend giving it a go. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Which cards do you like? Be mindful as well. They do a 12-card zodiac spread, which I can break down for you in another video if you would like to know the zodiac spread. Maybe I'll make a video about it. Let me know in the comments. But the 13th card that lays in the center, whatever that card is what happens to the person, basically. That's what comes after them. So look at the images of these cards and imagine how one of these things might come after you, how that might happen. So a few of them do. The Six of Swords happens. This happens verbatim to somebody. Death comes for somebody, the Magician comes for someone, the Hermit comes. It's pretty fucking cool. And as a horror fan, I really liked it. And I would really like to see it as a Horror Nights house as well. So let me know what you guys think. Did you like the movie? Did you see it? Did you plan on seeing it? And listen, if you haven't seen it and you're like, I heard it wasn't good, I'm not talking to you. I don't want to hear you, because if you don't even have the balls to go and see something and judge it for yourself, I don't want your opinion, honestly. I only want opinions of people that have actually seen a movie. So judge it for yourself, my friends. Let me know what you think of the cards. Stay tuned. A full look at the deck from the movie Tarot. Incomplete deck, but a full look at the deck from the movie Tarot is coming up right now.